Hey guys, this week's video is dedicated to the complete recovery of Masha Bas Batsheva. You know, the news is full of scandals and people who messed up. And it's a common thing to say, have this moral outrage. I can't believe that person did that. I would never have done that. Oh, I thought that was such a good person. How could they have given in to their temptation? If I was faced with a similar temptation or a similar challenge, I would have withstood it. In this week's Torah portion, we have Parsha Tisa. We have probably the biggest scandal of the Jewish nation, the creation of the golden calf. 40 days after receiving the Torah from God himself, the Jewish people made an idol and worshipped it. And it would be easy to say, if I was there, come on. I would not have been part of that crew. I wouldn't have given into the hysteria and the mob around me. I would have stood my ground and said, no, this is wrong. Kind of a naive way of thinking that like the outside influences, because historically actually psychologists used to think that when it came to nature versus nurture, nature was stronger. You are who you are. Nothing was going to change that. Your surroundings, your environment wasn't going to change that. If you were a good person, if you had willpower, then you have willpower. If you didn't have the willpower, then you don't. They did this test called the Stanford experiment where they had this group of children and they gave them a marshmallow and they said, if you don't eat this for 15 minutes, you'll get 2 marshmallows. And then they saw which children gave in and ate it and which kids didn't eat it. And then they tracked them through life. And the children who had the willpower were more successful in life. So what? That tells you that what? Does that prove that willpower can't be learned? Is it inevitable? We are who we are? Are the Jewish people who took part in the serving of the golden calf, that's who they are? Do they say, hey, it's not my fault. This is who I am. So they had this question, can willpower be learned? So they redid the experiment later, but this time they gave the children tools to withstand the temptation. They said, distract yourself. As soon as you're feeling the urge, turn around, sing a song to yourself, think about something else. And 50% more children were able to complete the task. Then they gave them $40 and they gave them another challenge. They took them to a candy store with $40. And first they had the spenders and the savers, and they explained to them the importance of saving, that if you save, you can buy something even better than candy, something bigger. You could buy a really good toy. And there was a huge increase in the children who were able to withstand that immediate gratification of buying candy. And what they saw is that by giving a person tools, that person can withstand something. By having the right influences and the right surroundings and the right tools, we can get through things. So yes, influences and our surroundings do matter. Now, it would be easy to say, okay, come on. We can maintain our moral outrage by saying those people in the desert, we would not have done that. We would not have been influenced. But we can't make that mistake with ourselves, because inevitably we're going to face challenges. We face temptations. And God, if we make a mistake, the worst thing that can happen is when you think, that's it, I don't have willpower. Apparently, I made this mistake. That means I don't have willpower. Why even bother? It's just going to happen again. Why even try? Why put in the effort if this is just going to happen? We have to remember, no matter how you look at it, nature, nurture, we take responsibility. To blame everything else on our genetics, upbringing, or outside things, the Torah tells us that's a slave mentality we discussed a few weeks ago. To be a free person means to take responsibility for yourselves. And you might say, well, this keeps happening. It must be that I don't have willpower. No. With the right tools, with your right surroundings, we can get through any challenge together. And if we mess up, we get back up and we keep going. We keep on climbing. Shabbat Shalom. Stay strong.